All right, Jeremy here, Jeeps Unlimited, partsbreakers.com, 303-666-9020. Typically, I do videos on the bigger stuff, but doors and windshield frames is pretty big stuff, so might as well do them too. Been getting a ton of requests. Helps me kind of keep organized as well and kind of remember what we have. It's a huge yard and it's mainly Jeeps. We do have a couple other unusual stuff, but we have 7 acres, primarily Jeeps. As you can see here, this is kind of a zoomed in picture, but and then this is our lower yard. We're doing a big clean right now, inventory, so have some cool stuff. We have a new site launching here soon. Tubs, frames, lots of stuff. We're getting cleaned up, ready to list. Upper lot, it's got some runners on it that we'll probably be selling whole, which isn't super common for us, but when we get something in that's super clean or maybe just super rare, we have a 98 5.9 limited Grand Cherokee. That's a real rare one. It's like 160K. So that one will probably come up first or second quarter of 2025. Anyway, without further ado, since I'm going to be titling this video as body parts for Wranglers mainly, although, and I'm not going to go into the Cherokee line too much or the Grand Cherokee, but we do have pretty much everything you can imagine for Cherokees, XJs, and Grand Cherokee ZJs, and even the WJs as well. But bread and butter is our CJs and our Wranglers, and really not too much of the JKs and nothing on the JLs yet. And maybe someday, but for right now, have been, at least for the last 21 years that I've been running this place, been selling them that way. So I had a request on some doors. I've had some requests on some tops. I've had some requests on some windshield frames. So I'm just going to kind of scathe through these guys and a couple other ones that are around that are nearby. And if there's something that I don't cover that you see in the background, or maybe you don't see it, but you're wondering, just reach out. That number, that 303-666-9020, it's a landline number. You can text to it, but please don't. It's a pain in the butt to get the text out of there. Just call us, and then I can text you or call you from my cell phone, my work cell, and we can do some texting back and forth. But that'll give you some information, goes through our automated system. If you don't want to listen to it, that's fine. Just press 1. It'll skip all that stuff, and you'll just jump right into my cell phone. And this cell phone that I'm videoing this on is the cell phone that I carry on me all the time, and it's the one that I'll be answering on. So, okay, YJ black doors. All right, I have this guy here, and then I have the matching one, another black one in the firehouse. So we'll walk all the way up there as I go through these. So it's going to kind of bounce here for a minute. You'll see this door, and then you'll see the other door here in a minute. Now I have the other door panel, and this other door on this one is obviously the matching one right there, but that one's got some damage on the outside. So I am going to do, we'll use this door and all the stuff on it. The glass and everything's on that other one, but the panel, so it matches this guy here. This has got a little bit of dirt, but this will all come off. And anyway, we'll dress that so it looks the same for the most part. It'll be a set of black. I don't know if it's going to have the pinstripe that this one has on it for the Laredo that this was, but we'll look and see. Okay, and it's in good shape. It's starting to get a little bit, maybe a little bubble in there, but that's all surface. And the main thing you want to watch for on doors is here, when they blow out here. This is a channel that goes all the way down, so this is still in good shape. The seals need to be gone through, like the scrubbers here. We can order all this stuff, and you don't have to do it, but if you want to clean them up at all, that would be something that I'd recommend. This rubber is really good around the little wing window, which this is an opening and closing one. They call it the smoker's window. Whether you use it for that or not, just nice breeze or something. But not all of them have these, and that's something to remember. So if they have a fixed window here, especially if you ever order parts on these things, you got to stick with what you have. But this is nice. It does have that guy. This does have little sport mirrors on them. Some people like these. They're a little sportier than the bigger ones, but if you don't, you can take that guy off, and you can either swap the hinge out for we call it the Mickey Mouse style ears that come out, or you can tap these guys and put them there. You can even run the CJ style mirrors on the outside. So just depends on what you're doing with it. Okay, tailgate on this guy this would be considered junk dust. So we have the internals that will be for selling this one. You see when it starts cracking like that, they overload the tires on them. So of course my phone's ringing on somebody I do need to talk to, but I'm gonna let him go to voicemail. I'll call him back. Okay, and then my only other Wrangler out here, which doesn't have a lot of body parts left on it, but this is a vintage 03 to 06 blue TJ tailgate. This has got the Apex seats in it, so those are kind of a big item. Meaning, and they're starting to get a little split on them, but they're leather seats. They only came with these. That one's in mint condition, and then the back seat, I believe, is also clean. Let's see if we can get this guy to fold down. And this is a little different style seat. If you have an early 97 to 02, yeah, perfect shape. Then you can go to this style. They're a little bit more comfortable. You can even go to the front seats. You need the brackets. I can get you that stuff all set up. There's a way you have to convert the rears, but the doors have sold. Fender on this guy's got a little ding on it. Ding up front. Hood actually looks really nice for what it is. Somebody called on a black hood. This isn't black, of course, but it's a midnight blue, and it's dark enough that if you wanted to roll with that for a little bit, you could. That fender's not in great shape, but that tub is in good shape. It's got a couple little dings on it. So 03 to 06 tub, and then this will be a 03 to 06 frame underneath it. And obviously that'll come out. That thing's only got like 60K on it. So it's got a 2.4 motor in it. Those are super hard to find if you happen to need a 2.4 or a low mileage NSG 370 for a 2.4, or the T-case. That would be an excellent pickup there. So that one hasn't really come to dismantle. The only thing we've really sold on that guy is the hard top and doors. That tub is sold. That's a CJ tub. We have a couple TJs that are ready to go. Here is a set of half doors, and let's see, a little dinger on the front of that fender. That hood's not in great shape. Grill looks great on that one. That one's got I don't know, we'll have to look. And then a little dinger on that guy as well for that guy. But good, should get a nice 97 to 01 tub out of this guy. It's a nice set of half doors. These are 97 to 06, a couple little dingers in it, little door dings, but nothing major on this guy. And interior strap missing. A nice, completely thrashed seat on that guy. Let's see, that tailgate's got a couple dings, but overall, like a mid-grade. Not too bad. And then this is a top we have. This is also a set of white doors we have available. Again, they're the same style doors. That one, matter of fact, it's a Laredo as well. And has same pinstriping and everything. So about the same shape. Good shape on it. Scrubbers are bad. You're gonna have scrubbers bad on all these. Has the opening window. Has the panels, gray panels, window cranks. I've actually tested these. They do crank up and down like they should. And then this is a gray hard top that's available, and it's in pretty good shape. It's got a couple little places you're gonna want. I don't want to mess with right now, but want to start. This isn't bad. That one's got a little chunk there that's about to break off. So, but fiberglass work isn't too bad, especially if you have the material. If it breaks off, just keep it. This is a top. This is a little earlier of a YJ top. It's got the little T handle on them. These will work, again, all the way from 87 to 95. It does not matter. Even if you don't have that style, this has got the wiper that's built into the hard top. Some of the later ones have a wiper that's attached to the glass, but it is a factory top still. And then, of course, it's got a rack on it. And that would be an easy one to paint. And there's a local company that can do that if you wanted something freshly painted. And that goes for the doors as well. So, and that's there's the matching door to that guy, of course. Got a couple CJs out here. Most of these are pretty complete still. Here's a tan top. It's missing the rear glass, obviously. This is the style that the wiper here attaches to the glass. We can order glass for them, so that's not a huge deal. Tan top again. And I don't know if the motor and stuff, it looks like the motor might be sitting down in there for the wiper. So that one's available. Again, a nice paint job on that and a piece of glass, and we get glass on them, so that don't worry about that unless you want to buy it this way, and then we can obviously do it that way. Those round uppers are very, very rare. They only go to half doors for a hard top. they are spoken for as of right now. They're going to go on my Jeep. But again, I know I'll get a ton of calls on them because you just don't find them. Nobody's making them anymore. They're kind of spendy. That one's got a little ding in it, but the glass is good on them. Usually the glass, there's always a broken pane on them, but half doors on them, those need to be reconstructed, it looks like. Doesn't have, I mean, they're decent shape, but looks like the panels are missing on them. But those are pretty easy to get a hold of. I can get a hold of those. I can get everything, or you can, that one's pretty trash, so I'd say no go on that. We have a driver's side door, half door, so if you happen to wreck a driver's side, that's the only time we'll ever sell single doors, is when we get one in like this. We end up with the left side and we don't now if we had a passenger half door that we've been sitting on for a while, we can make a pair, kind of like on that black YJ I showed you in the first part of the video, then we will make a set of them. So okay, I know this is confusing, especially if you're new to Jeeps, but just call me. If I know I'm talking 90 million miles an hour here, but don't worry about trying to retain all this. This is more or less just to see kind of what we have. Something like this is an Acme top. It's a CJ7 only. We throw these things away. They're not, you can't get glass through our distributors for them, so you have to either cut glass out of them. You could, in theory, put this on a YJ, but I'm going to tell you right now, I wouldn't use a CJ on a YJ or a YJ on a CJ as far as the tops go. The doors are fine, but the tops. And I can tell you more about why that is later. But if you guys have somebody coming through Grand Junction and want a top, I mean, it's just sitting here right now. It ain't going anywhere until somebody comes in and grabs it or we toss the thing. And there's still a couple things left on this Jeep with the transmission drivetrain in it. Otherwise, this Jeep is, as you can see, thrashed. So, all right, and that pretty much does it for this row. Not much else here. I don't know if I mentioned on that black one, there is a nice windshield frame on that black YJ we looked at in the very beginning. It's probably one of the few, even if I have any more, YJ windshield frames are becoming extremely hard to get. This tub here, guys, is a 7071. They're really rare, and it's a customer's. We're doing a big conversion for them, or well, a lot, but they may end up with a different tub, and that one has been completely soda blasted and completely epoxy primer, ready to paint. Flash rust, so it doesn't do flash rust. But I have a video of that thing. If you know anybody or you yourself are looking for a clean tub, I mean, it's got some, what do they call it? I can't think of the terminology right now, but what body shops do. Anyway, you just give us a holler on that guy. Otherwise, I got some TJ tubs left here. This one's really nice, and it's still got some stuff, windshield frame, tailgate on it. JK 4-door, I have two of these right now, a silver and a green one. And that's nice rust-free 4-door tub. And then I have three red TJ tubs. Yellow one. Actually, two yellow ones. The nice yellow ones already listed up at the house. And a couple others. So we're sitting on a good amount of TJ tubs. Unfortunately, that's about it on TJs as of now, unless that one I showed you down there. And then this guy's got a decent tub. It's a white one. 9702 4-cylinder frame under it. And it's, where it's at was where it's at. I mean, it's coming apart slowly. So some of these come, our 6 cylinders come apart in about 3 days. These ones will sit out here for a month or two. So we got a ton of engines, and the pile you're about to walk by right here is the cores. Not much as far as good. I mean, there's good parts in here. There's brackets, there's power steering conversions and stuff like that we're saving to sell. Otherwise, so some of these blocks, glow compression, if they don't meet, one thing we go through, and I mean, you can see that one's really bad. Some of them have holes in them. Some of them just come out like this one, where it doesn't pass inspection. We're a little differently than most yards. Most yards just push it out the door and put a warranty on it and hope for the best. And we go a little bit beyond that. One, we always test drive our vehicles. And if we can't get them started at all, we just put them out here essentially. But if we get them started, they're not running great, we do compression on them. Compression comes back. Sometimes they run great, but compression comes back low. That was this case on this motor here. It ran pretty good. Didn't smoke, but, you know, we didn't have a lot of places to go test it around here. I want to put insurance on it, so tested compression. Compression came back low. Now, if a compression came back low, we do a leak down on it. Leak down comes back, the rings are bad, it ends up here. Leak down comes back, the valves are leaking off. We actually go through them and see if we can rebuild the head, or sometimes just slap the valves, do a couple little things. A lot of times we can bring them back. All of our good motors are in that Connex container, and all of our good trannies and transfer cases and a lot of other gear items are in that green one back there. So those are loaded up, and matter of fact, we brought 2 big semis in. You'll end up seeing them here in a second. So let's see, I'm going to be wiped after this video. Lots of stuff in here. A lot of these radiators we're about to scrap, so if you need a radiator, this is a good time. Aluminum's probably going to pop here in the next couple months. We're trying to get ready for that. Heater boxes, all factory heater boxes, for CJs, YJs, TJs, XJs, you name it. We have a whole bunch of dash components in there, lots of consoles, just a variety of things. And again, we're trying to get ready for this new site that's launching, as well as get ready for our busy season, which, ladies and gentlemen, we are a month out from what a little less than a month actually, what we call prime time for us. So our busy season runs January to June. When I say busy, I'm talking slow time of year is these last couple weeks, right around Christmas. We do about 70 calls a day. Mid-season, which runs about July to October, that goes up to about 150 calls. We do about 400 calls a day between 2 or 3 people out here, Grand Junction, Colorado, come January, middle of January, all the way to June. I shit you not. We are moving and shaking. So yes, there's going to be some missed calls. We ask everybody just to be patient with us. We go through, we call back every single missed call. Facebook messages get really hard to you know, keep correspondence with, so we do our best we can with that. There's that 5.9 limited, and like I said, there's a couple things we're getting a tune up, and a few other little things. We might actually have it painted. This thing's pretty sweet. It's SRT8 of the 90s, what they call these guys, and 164K, and of those miles, see that? It was towed me on an RV since new, so who knows how many miles it actually has, probably half that. And you can tell too, it fires right up. Good transmission, all that jazz. So nice Chevy GMC Duramax, brand new motor. We just rebuilt a motor. That one I just listed yesterday. That was my own truck, and I ended up upgrading to a Kodiak, which my tranny shit the bucket last week, but that's okay because I have a 4-wheel drive Kodiak down there that we're going to be putting everything in here. That's a quad cab, and the other one's single cab. So anyway, look at that beauty. So like I said, all receipts, brand new motor, injection pump, injectors. It's an 05 4-wheel drive, long bed, crew cab, SLT. It's loaded. It's got all the options on it. Man, I got a little Comanche. We're probably going to sell this in the next couple months. We've had it since we actually bought it from the original owner. We bought out a yard in Montana, and beautiful little Jeep. No rust on it, straight. Okay, it runs and drives. I mean, it's got a little 4-banger in it, and it's 2-wheel drive, but 4-wheel drive bolts right into those things. There's nothing you have to do other than bolt it in, and we can do the conversion or somebody else, or they can keep it just a little 2-wheel drive one. So cool little truck. That's a manual Liberty. I don't buy a lot of Liberties, but I like the manuals because people like to convert those. That's my Kodiak. That's a van over there. That's a badass van that we're probably going to give up here soon, unfortunately. That's a motocross van, full RV conversion, done professionally, stainless steel cabinetry, everything like that. A little 2-door Cherokee XJ Limited, late 80s, 87 to 90. pretty good shape. Couple little dingers on it. Clean title on that one. Not sure if that one's running or not, but wouldn't be much to get it. This is another rare one. They only did these guys for a couple years with the 4-door 5.9. Again, it's that 5.9. I try to find those when I can. And little quad cab, 4-wheel drive. It's got some miles, like 300K, but again, super hard to find these, so I usually grab them when I can. And then back there, check this out. No, I'm showing you a ton of non-Jeep stuff, so sorry for the long-winded if you don't care to see this thing. I almost want to show you this. This thing is so cool. I've had this for a few years. It's got a brand new 4L80 transmission, 454. Even throwing the dirt bike for you. So this is the garage. Full shower, full fridge, microwave, 2 beds, 1 top, 1 bottom. Runs, drives excellent. What else does it have on it? It's got the deck that comes out. It's only dinger on it. We did it. One of my guys did it. Stainless steel cabinetry, own owning full plumbing. You name it, old G-Van, 3500, badass little thing. Alcoy, aluminum wheels, just really nice setup. They did a great job on that. So this guy's about to get transformed. It's already been transformed. It's a 92 OBS, 4-door, long bed, F350. It's got a brand spanking new Cummins engine, 5.9 mechanical. Okay. And brand new NV 4500 with all the upgrades. And transfer case brand new. So, and it's about to get full, I think 2015 axle coilover front and rear, and then we're looking at potentially, we'll see what we're gonna do with the interior. I kind of like the way it looks, the old school, but I know the modern transformations they do are pretty sweet too. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that one. We'll see. Might build it and sell it. Who knows? I got 2 Fox bodies out here that are both clean. This one does not have a good motor, but it has the manual and it's got a clean title. That one I have a title on, but it's salvage title. That was a theft recovery out of Phoenix. That's an automatic. That's got a brand new motor we just did on it, 302. And then I found this one because I really wanted the manual. And this is a sweet little car. I mean, even with that. So you can tell somebody was trying to hide it. They painted it, just spray painted it too. Not terrible, but nice wheels, tires. Got a little dirt on it right now, but you'll clean up. But really cool little. And then, you know, we kind of bought these at this one later, but my goal was to put the hood, you know, and start use the manual transmission, convert this over and do a full interior swap on it. And since I got a clean title on one and not the other, you know, it depends on which one we go with. But this is a nice one too. Like I said, it's got that manual T5. Those are hard to find. So that's customer's rig. That's customer's rig. Couple of custom rig. This van is going to go up for sale. It's a cutaway van. Obviously doesn't have the van box, although I do have a utility box that would fit on this guy. This is a 2014, but look at that. It's a Duramax, super rare. I know you came to look at Jeeps. I'm sorry. I'm going to put this, I'll put all the tags on it so you guys know what you're in for. But I bought this so we could do an RV conversion and we just don't have the time. Kind of like what that one had done too. You just don't find Duramaxes. I really wanted a Duramax van, and I found one. And not only did I find one, but it was fleet maintained. I got all the records on it, and it's only got 114K. It's a 2014, still has all of the stuff intact. There's a tire sitting back here to keep this kind of away from the elements, but the interior is still super clean. Doesn't have a check engine light on it. I mean, really nice rig, especially for a work van. I bet this thing fires right up. Look at that. So 41 degrees. Not a check engine light, nothing. Great oil pressure. Tow mode. It's a little dusty, but this thing is absolutely beautiful. And there's your 118,000 miles, 176. So, okay, since it hasn't been run, I'll let that one run for a little bit. Diesels kind of need to not be started and stopped when they're cold. And that little Liberty there is for sale. Matter of fact, that's that manual, that one over there. We were going to shove in this one. We put a tranny in this thing and still get acting goofy, but it's a Renegade. And Liberties aren't my favorite, but I like these Renegades. People like these things. They have, you know, the blown flares and the side. This is the sliders on them and yada yada. So this one's kind of cool, and it would be really cool with that manual. So that's something we're slowly getting to. We just don't have a ton of time right now. It's funny because we're slower, but we still don't have time. That's like how life is. There's a little DJ that we'd sell. One of my employees thought I needed one of those, so bought that and traded me something without me knowing. But luckily, I love the guy. So, all right. So I'm gonna do a couple things here real quick. I'm gonna show you a hardtop and a Renegade. This YJ is gonna be up for sale here fairly soon. We got a brand new AX15 rebuilt that we just shoved in there. I got to put a couple things on. This is a 92, I want to say. I got a clean title. It's a Renegade. This is a factory edition. If you're not familiar with these, they have the big blown fenders. They look a little weird when they're squatty, but lifted like this looks like a freaking hoss. Two things with this one. Since it's got the half doors factory, and those are factory half doors clearly, I'm going to go back to a rag top on it. I usually like the hard tops better, but I like when you get them like this. I think these are awesome beach cruisers. They sell really well down south, California, Vegas, those areas. That's probably where this one will go. So this one's got a nice black hard top that we'll sell. It probably was tan at one time, and it looks like it's been a few different colors. So tan is the base, and maybe it had a primer on it, but it's in pretty good shape. I mean, it doesn't have maybe a couple little nicks in the bottom. They usually do. It's a non-heated back glass, but if you wanted heat, we can order you a glass with heat, or even swap it with another one we have. It's a later style, so you have the wiper in the glass versus the other one. Again, if you're going to be painting it anyway, just pick the one you kind of like the look of and go with that way. I have a vent cover, so don't worry about that. And that's about that on that guy. Let me get a couple photos of it. I think I can do that while I'm videoing. And then I'm gonna shut the van off, and I'm gonna walk down to the firehouse. And I might as well show you one other weird car that I got, although I think it's one of my favorites just to drive around town. It's just a sweet little rig. I'll show you in a second. I'll tell you about it. That little Honda Ridgeline. It's a 2014. It's got about 200K. We just put a timing belt, Easton timing belt, timing chain tensioner, water pump, did the whole service work it needed on it. I was at a Jeep auction, and I always thought the Avalanches were cool, the big Chevys, and seen one of those. Like, I'd never really seen one of these before and up close, and kind of fell in love with it. It's got a little 3.5 V6, and it's a super fast, little fun, little peppy thing. And that one's loaded. That's all the options on it. Leather, heated seats, navigation, sunroof. Tailgate's super cool, huge trunk. So I'll go buy it again and show you. It's like a yard sale right now. I'm gonna name this our yard sale video. So, and I have, I think, photos and videos. Oh, I put a leveling kit, so it's got 1.5 inches. I think it's a 2 and 1.5 inches in the rear, so it's almost like a little lift on it. Brand new tires. I didn't go with something too aggressive. My wife drives it occasionally and I want her to still have, but those are literally tires less than a week old. So, and yeah, it's in great shape. So, yeah, message us if you're interested in that thing, or call's probably better. All right. Oh, there's the Kodiak down there. Those are the big semi trailers we got. So we got our little garage here, which is needs to be bigger. We're working on that, but it is what it is. But those Connex boxes and trailers work really well for part storage. So, all right, let's just do the loop, and then we'll go into finish the loop up, and we'll go into what we call the firehouse because we accidentally lit on fire a few years ago. All right, so 2 on the end down here are customers. So actually 3 on the end down here are customers. That little black TJ, it's a Sahara, it's a 99, low miles. It's getting a transmission AX15 rebuilt. We're about to put that in. It's already yanked, and then that will go in hopefully next couple weeks, and we'll sell that one whole. And it's got a really nice interior on it. Matter of fact, let me show you this guy. The doors have sold on this one. I sold the top and the doors. Wasn't planning even to really sell this thing whole, but we got it in. It ran so well. It was grinding a little bit, so I thought, you know what the heck. But it is a Sahara. Look at that. The interior is beautiful on this thing. A little dusty, but it's got all the pieces, clean title. So this one will be available once we get that tranny in, and probably just sell it with the rag top that's on it. And then minus a set of doors. Maybe we do have a set of black half doors in there. Matter of fact, now that I'm thinking about it, I probably will throw a set of those. I'll probably sell that set of half doors we have. I'll show them just in case they sell beforehand. And then this YJ here is for parts. It does have a set of doors as well. They've been lined, but I'm pretty sure this lining wasn't a great job. So you could easily get this stuff off with a little bit of elbow grease or possibly even a washer. But it's got, I mean, they're good solid doors, no rust here. That door might have an issue with it. I feel like these ones had something wrong, but we'll see. Well, that one's pretty clean. It's got it. This is coming. You can get this stuff. This isn't a big deal on them. This hardtop has been lined as well. Again, it was original. It's funny because all our tops have been like changed colors. This is like a rougher. So what I would do with this, since it's textured and it was originally tan and it started to show through, I would paint it because it's got a nice texture to it. And a good gloss paint on this one will really bring this one out and not even worry about getting all this stuff out. This is a non-defrost, non-wiper. They didn't have the wiper in either or. And a lot of the early tops didn't have that. So if you don't have a plug for it anyway, which if your Jeep didn't come factory with a hard top, it will not have a plug back here. This is a perfect top to use, okay? It's a T-handle. I actually like the design of these a little bit more, even though the later ones don't use them. So like that one's the flush. They operate the exact same way, and you can use them on each other interchangeably. I just think it's kind of nice having an extra handle there. And those you can swap out for an extra bit of security. You can put a lock on that. Because normally the way these operate, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but they operate, this opens up and then that opens. So in theory, if you have your lock here, there, and then you have a T-handle with a lock, it's just a little bit extra to get in there. There's this with defrost and wiper. And again, this is probably the nicest top I have. Just overall, it's a beautiful, nice, clean tan top. Now, tan looks awesome on black. This one's on a painted green Jeep. But one of my favorite combinations on a YJ is a tan top with a black Jeep. Although we have black if you like more of the unified look on there. So yeah, that door's not bad. I was thinking these were beat up, but these are actually in pretty good shape. It's got a little bit of a little dinger right there, but that's a good solid set of doors. And then this set of doors, it's got a couple little things on it there. And then the panel, I think we have the panel. Yeah, it's right there. So this was Sahara. This is also kind of rare. Again, they're kind of like the later one. These aren't bad. These have a couple burn holes there, but nothing, most burn. And they don't smell. Like, you know, that might have been caused by a cigarette, but somebody got the smell out of them if that was the case, because I'm very in tune to fabric smells and stuff like that. So, okay, these doors you'd want to, this is where kind of a weird spot for this to kind of start going. So you'd want to get in there and fix that. Oh, Brad's calling me. There's our training guy right there. Okay, and then again, the seat's there. So people are trying to get a hold of me. I'm gonna have to run. I'm blabbing way too much. Okay, Jeepster tub. That's a good, very good shape. That's a 60s, late 60s Jeepster tub. That's a customer's rig. We're doing a massive, that's getting a brand new motor, conversion swap. There's a 2-door JK hardtop, super rare. I have one 4-door. Those are easier to come by. Those 2 doors are hard to get. Little parts truck here. This is a customer's rig. This is for parts. This has got a blown motor, that little straight 5 or whatever they did on them. But clean title. If you wanted to fix that one, put it back together, that one be available. Really, really nice CJ7 run drive, California. Matter of fact, both of these are. That one's pretty much had a complete frame off, still needs a powertrain in it. In the garage, I have a brand new in the crate 383 stroker blueprint motor ready to go. We were going to drop that in this guy unless that thing sells first. This has just got the straight 6 in it, but both clean titles, both California Jeeps, both no rust. And both of those are not for parts. Both of those will be sold on the whole. This is our fire room. And harnesses. This is the mess of harnesses. These are our scrap harnesses we cut things off of. We don't cut harnesses unless they're bad. Most of our harnesses go in boxes. And we sell them that way. And we're kind of known for our harnesses. So, but if you ever need a harness pigtail, you're going to have to be local, because we don't even, these are about to be scrapped. Just too much time. Okay, I do have another set of TJ half doors in here. Matter of fact, I think these are black, but originally a different color. So that's a set there. I got some rear seats. I don't think I have any more JK rear seats, but maybe. There's your, that's your black door, that other YJ black door. Now, look, the window's here, so we'll swap. So basically, it's this shell. This is perfect shape. It's very, very clean door. We'll swap over the piece that we have, unless you like the black better, and then we could try to find you that. Otherwise, we'll swap everything from that other door that we have out there onto this black shell, and go that way. They're really dusty, but they're in good shape. A little bit of bubble in there, but still a very solid set of doors. A set of YJ half doors there. I think those are YJ, aren't they? Oh, those might be TJ. Nope, those are TJ. Yeah, so so we have a couple sets of TJ half doors right now. Here's a set of YJ half doors, and then of course the other ones out there, and then seats. Lots of seats, and we're going to be going through these probably in end of January, but if you need seats, this is a good time to get them. My employees thought this area would be a great area to blow up with seats. I can't even walk through there. So, all right, that's it. In fact, let me get a couple photos. All right, 303-666-9020. Hopefully you liked our yard sale video. Didn't start out that way, but I'll make sure that I put that in the title. So if you spend 40 minutes of your life in the background listening to this guy, you know what you're in store for. Hey, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thanks for everything, guys. 21 years. Let's see. June marks 22, so 21 and a half years. Lucky number 21, maybe. Actually, I had a baby in this year, and she's amazing, so it has been a very blessed year. And we have some little ones at home. Started a little late in life, so. All right, we love all of you. We appreciate all your support. Thanks for everything. And hopefully we'll hear from you in the next couple of weeks or days or today, whatever.